Starting, luckily Siena was able to beat Manhattan, beat Manhattan earlier, but beat Canisius to finish up the season after they lost on the road to Marist. So they locked up the 6th seed with a little help from their friends in the MAC. So they'll be off, luckily, tomorrow night, and then they have the late game, 9:30 on Saturday night, without one of their best players, most likely.
Yeah, I mean, I talked to Mitch Bonagiro. If you're paying attention to Siena, Evan Himes had a knee injury, injured in the Canisius game. He ran into the support underneath the basket and has got a really bad bruise. He was on crutches on Monday. There's no fracture, but in talking not only to Mitch but also to Prosper, I mean, I think it's still pretty sore, and I'm not sure he's even going to be able to play. And without Evan Himes against Manhattan, now you're playing about 6 guys instead of 7. You're going to have to put Kyle Downey, I would think, Prosper, at the point guard position probably is what Mitch would do. And I don't know, John, if they can win without Evan Himes on the floor.
No, I mean, he's been, a consistent 15 to 20 points a night kind of guy. And he's that quick little guy, and they need someone like that to break the press. A team like Manhattan, they're a good team. They're a quick team. Siena was able to beat them in their house a couple weeks ago. So they had a ton of confidence going into this game. Had they have, they're one of their top offensive players.
Yeah, and Himes was named to the All-MAC rookie team. I don't know that he'll win the Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, this is the guy Green out in Niagara.
Out in Niagara that I think may be probably going to win that. And those awards are being handed out tonight. But you had O.D. Anasicki on a first team, and that's a great. I mean, who thought O.D. Anasicki would have the kind of year that he has had?
Even after last year, you knew he was a good defender and a good rebounder, but I didn't see potential scorer like he's been scoring this year. And he still really is a post up. He's got to be near the rim to score, but he's quick, man. A lot of these guys in the MAC can't guard him.
I mean, he's had some dominating games, really starting with the U-Albany game when they came from 20 down and beat the Great Danes at the Times Union.
He leads all of college basketball with double-doubles. He had another one the other night.
22
now, yeah.
22 now, yeah, so he's done great. And on the flip side, John, you've got U-Albany, and they're banged up too, going into the game against New Hampshire. Hearing today that Luke Devlin is not going to be able to play. He's got a knee injury that he suffered a couple of games ago, so he will not play in that game. And then Logan Aaronholt, who has a chronic knee injury that requires surgery as soon as the season is over. He's going to play, but he's only going to play probably maybe 8 to 10 minutes. He's not going to start. Maybe he'll hit a couple of shots coming off the bench. So they're injured, and New Hampshire, I think they will beat, but they did split with New Hampshire during the regular season, so that's no gimme at all. And then if they do get by New Hampshire, they'll most likely have to play Stony Brook in the semifinals.
And they're going down to Hartford, right? That's where
that game will be in Hartford, and of course Siena's going to.
And you're going to be down there covering?
I will be. Yep, I will be. Now, if I will be in Hartford, if they lose and Siena wins, then I'm going to go to Springfield on Sunday. Siena will play, I believe, at 4:30 on Sunday if they win Saturday night. And that game is wishful thinking to think it's even going to go at 9:30. That's going to be more like a quarter to 10 o'clock game. Because that day will never run on time. I remember there have been years when that game has tipped at like 10:30 at night. And I remember years Andrew Catalon, my colleague, calling me up and saying, I'm going to be here till 12:30, quarter one of this game's over.
Yeah, so it was nice and convenient when it was here.
Yeah, that's no problem here. When
now, for any fans that are driving out to Springfield.
No, are you going to make it out?
I have a hard time. I was a little upset with the MAC for pulling the tournament out of Albany, so I'm holding my ground, and I'm going to figure out a way to watch it on ESPN3 in this market. I'm not going out to support it.
How are you making out, by the way, with ESPN3, John?
It's going. We did figure out a way to get it. We'll have it in Troy and Colony on Saturday night. I'll be in Colony watching the game. But Troy and Colony will have the game 9:30. Well, probably more like 10:30, but yeah.
And then tonight, if I give a shameless plug to the Mighty 1-3 on News Channel 13, tonight we have AA, and Prosper probably knows this, got AA boys high school games. The semifinals are at the Times Union Center going on right now, and the girls AAs are going on at Hudson Valley Community College.
You'll have to ask Prosper where he's headed after this, because we were just talking, he's going to watch Troy tonight at the Times Union Center.
There you go. Troy without Javion Ojinyemi. What a shame. Came down last weekend and dislocated his ankle and broke 4 small bones. He had to have surgery at Albany Med on Saturday night. Everything's going to be fine. He's going to come back and be 100%, but he's going to be out probably until April. But Ojanyemi, 6'8", I'll ask Prosper what he thinks of him in terms of playing at the next level. And Tremere Burrell, a member of our News Channel 13 All-Star team, he's got Virginia Tech has been all over him. Whether that's where he ends up going, I don't know. But he's got some real chances to play at the next level, too.
Yeah, I mean, it's exciting to see these kids. We saw, most recently, our boy from Troy, Kenjeri.
Oh yes.
Come out and go to Iowa.
And having a good year.
Yeah,
he had a good year. He played in the bowl game, scored a touchdown in the bowl game for Iowa.
So yeah, good year as a freshman, and it's always nice to see guys come out of the area and make it on the bigger stage.
And I will ask Prosper too about Jimmer Fredette. I mean, I think he's fine. I think there are more people that are his parents and then his brother who's on Twitter talking about Keith Smart and what a bad coach Smart is. And you know what? I think Jimmer's a rookie, understands that it's going to take the right team for him to fit in. Maybe this isn't the right team right now. They changed head coaches. I think that's been an issue. He's just not playing a lot. He's only getting 8 minutes a game.
Coaching change was just so strange.
Westfall to Smart. So, when he gets in the game, he makes shots. He doesn't shoot the ball that much, and he's not playing a lot of minutes.
Yeah. Well, you saw earlier in the year, it seemed like a couple of his teammates may have been a little upset with him with the amount that he was shooting, and in the preseason and a little bit towards the beginning of the year. And when the shots aren't going in, eventually his teammates were like, "Listen, man, you got to pass the ball."
Well, now he doesn't even shoot it, so he went from one extreme to the other. But trust me, I think Jimmer will be just fine in the NBA once he gets it rolling. Maybe this is just not the right team for him, and we'll see what happens there. But